Welcome back. I'm Barbara O'Neill, and today I'll delve into the benefits of a plant-based diet for longevity. Research consistently shows that diets rich in plant-based foods can significantly enhance lifespan and overall health. By focusing on plants, you can lower your risk of chronic diseases and maintain your health. Plant-based diets are packed with essential nutrients, antioxidants, and fiber, all of which support a robust immune system and healthy aging. So stay tuned as I share practical tips on how you can incorporate more plant-based foods into your daily meals to unlock the secrets of longevity.
Healthy, long life, quality of life. And there are people on the planet that do experience that. I don't know if you've heard of the book Blue Zone. You have Time magazine, I think it was 15 years ago, did also an article on Blue Zone. They looked at, we're going to particularly look at 3 groups of people that live long lives, commonly into their hundreds, quality of life, and the journalist actually interviewed and followed a lot of them. And one was the Okinawans, which are Japanese, I think it's a Japanese island, very hard for McDonald's to get to islands. And there's a picture of a Okinawan woman, 85, collecting seaweed in the shallow part around the island. Also the Sardinians, which is an Italian group of people, and he was climbing hills, almost mountains, for this 90-year-old man to check his goats, and he could hardly keep up with him. Now the third group of people were the Seventh-day Adventists, and they're a group of people that commonly have much better health. So the 3 common denominators with these 3 groups of people were they're always active, and tomorrow we're going to be looking at exercise. Number 2, they eat food in its natural state. A lot of them are vegetarians. The ones that eat meat, it's not a large part of their diet. And the third common denominator was they're very social.
These communities teach us valuable lessons about living well. By embracing natural and plant-based foods and staying physically active, they show us how to enhance our health and longevity. A plant-based diet is considered important for longevity because it typically includes abundant fruits, vegetables, whole grains, nuts, seeds, and legumes, which provide essential nutrients and antioxidants. These foods are associated with several health benefits, such as lower risk of heart disease, diabetes, and certain cancers. Plant-based diets tend to be lower in saturated fats and cholesterol, which can contribute to better cardiovascular health. They also often provide fiber, which supports digestive health and helps maintain a healthy weight.
Now we have had a few people come to our retreat that have had bone spurs. Do you ever wonder where the bone spur comes from? Say there's a bone spur on the wrist. You go to the doctor, he'll say, and you'll say, what is that? He'll say, it's a bone spur. And then you'll say, but why is it on my bone and not in my bone? Because it's a calcium deposit, and he'll acknowledge that. And often the answer is, we don't know. But I'm about to show you why that calcium deposit goes on the bone and not in the bone. Let's say we meet someone who's breaking every law. They're breathing in bad air, they never go in the sunshine, they're living on the stimulants, which are all acid, they go to bed too late, they never exercise, don't have time, they're on the high-carb diet. Remember that diet we had there the other day? All acid-forming foods. They don't drink water because they don't like the taste. I've never had a cow not like the taste. Never had a horse not like the taste. Why would humans not like the taste? Because they've tasted sweet other things. Isn't that true? In fact, Joshua was saying, I think, introduce your children to vegetables and they'll eat vegetables. But if you introduce them to cakes and pastries and cookies, they're not going to eat their vegetables. It's exactly the same with water. Stress, worry, anxiety. Now this creates a very acid environment in the body. And the body's quickly trying to deal with that. And the blood pH is getting a little acid. It's going up to, well, it's going down, 7.35 3.4, 3.3, we're dropping. And remember, down to 7.22 is death. So very quickly, the last resort buffer system is called on. Calcium, the most alkaline minerals pulled out of the bones in a form of calcium phosphate, comes into the blood, immediately helps to bring the balance back. 7.34, 3.5, we're safe. But now at a cost. We now have free calcium excess floating through the bloodstream. What's the body going to do with that? It'll dump it on the bones as a spur. It'll dump it in the kidneys, kidney stones, gallbladder, gallstones, even maybe a little bit of a build-up on the eyes. What's that called? Your cataracts. They're all illustrations of Newton's third law of motion. To every action, there's an equal and an opposite reaction. I read this statement in an old book that I'm about to quote to you, and I've put it in my book. This law never ceases to act as nature's equalizer, setting in motion compensatory forces to remedy every imbalance. Isn't that the true cause of disease? You now know, though, how to get rid of a bone spur, is that right? Castor oil. The good news is castor oil will never break down your bone, because remember Psalm 104 verse 14, that God gave herbs for the service of man. The castor oil comes in and says, where would you like me? What would you like me to do? Oh, the unnatural formations, that's what it'll break up, the bone spurs. So I say, well, fibroids and cysts and tumours, they're easy compared to the bone spur, and yet the castor oil can break up a bone spur.
Castor oil has been used for centuries for its healing properties. It helps in longevity and health in several ways. It has anti-inflammatory properties. When applied to the skin, it can reduce inflammation and pain in joints and muscles. This makes it beneficial for people suffering from arthritis or other inflammatory conditions. Castor oil promotes detoxification. It stimulates the lymphatic system, which is responsible for removing toxins from the body. By supporting the lymphatic system, castor oil helps to cleanse the body and improve overall health. Castor oil is known for its moisturizing effects. It can be applied to the skin to keep it hydrated and prevent dryness. Healthy skin is an important aspect of overall health and longevity. Research shows that castor oil can improve digestion. It has been used as a natural laxative to relieve constipation and promote regular bowel movements. A healthy digestive system is crucial for nutrient absorption and overall well-being. Studies have shown that castor oil can potentially support immune function. Its antimicrobial properties help to fight off infections and boost the immune system. A strong immune system is essential for maintaining good health and preventing diseases.
So we're going to have a look at alkaline foods, and we're going to look at acid foods. And you might be surprised to see that the first alkaline food I'm putting up here is the humble lemon, and you might say, no, the lemon's acid. It is. And it's acid where it should be. There's only one part in the body that should be acid. You know where that is? Stomach. It must be acid. If someone says, I've got a very acid stomach, I say, praise God. Because if you don't have an acid stomach, you can't break your proteins down. How do you know it's acid? Well, it's sore. Well, you shouldn't feel it. I can't feel it. It means you haven't got a thick mucosa lining on the stomach. We're going to look at water tomorrow, and that's made up of water. Maybe it's because you're dehydrated. Remember, you've got to investigate. I gave a presentation last night to a group, and we had questions at the end. And one question was, what can I do for high blood pressure? And I said, well, I can't answer that in 30 seconds, but you can go to my YouTube lecture. What can we do for this? I said, well, all depends on why it's... What can I do for my sore finger? All depends on why the finger's sore. So you've got to investigate. So I actually referred them to lectures I have online where they can investigate. Everyone wants a quick fix. Sorry, there aren't any. The quickest fix I know would have to be your hot and cold. Your hot and cold treatments. You can get relief very quickly with your hot and cold water treatments. No, the lemon is acid where it should be. That's why you'll find that most of our salad dressings have lemon in them. But when it is broken down in the gut and the minerals are dispersed and absorbed into the blood and thus to the tissues, it has an alkaline effect because the lemon is high in the alkaline minerals, which is sodium and potassium, calcium, magnesium and iron. These are the alkaline minerals, and the lemon is high in the alkaline minerals. Don't you love the lemon? Every home should have a lemon tree. And if you're in a unit, you can have a lemon tree in a pot on your veranda.
In addition to its alkaline properties, the lemon offers several health benefits that contribute to longevity. It is rich in vitamin C, so it helps boost the immune system and protect the body against infections and diseases. Vitamin C also promotes healthy skin by aiding in collagen production, which keeps the skin firm and reduces wrinkles. Lemons are also known for their detoxifying properties. Drinking lemon water helps flush out toxins from the body, supporting liver function and aiding digestion. This detoxification process can improve overall health and prevent chronic diseases, which is essential for a longer, healthier life. The antioxidants present in lemons fight free radicals and reduce oxidative stress and inflammation. This can lower the risk of chronic conditions such as heart disease, cancer, and diabetes. The high potassium content in lemons also supports heart health by regulating blood pressure and maintaining electrolyte balance. Including lemons in your diet can also aid in weight management. The pectin fibre in lemons can help curb hunger cravings, making it easier to maintain a healthy weight. This, combined with their low-calorie content, makes lemons a great addition to a balanced diet aimed at promoting longevity.
Dark green leafy vegetables we should be eating every day. That's your kale, that's your parsley, that's your, what you call them, collard greens. Do you know, I've never seen collard greens in Australia. You can tell I'm in Alabama. They're a popular food here, but we do have spinach and silver beet, kale. We should be eating something from the dark green family of vegetables every single day. And if you don't, you really should have a dose of green barley or super greens. Also vegetables. Vegetables have an alkaline effect. But there is a question mark with vegetables. I'm putting a question mark here because for some people these have an alkaline effect and sometimes an acid effect. There's the tomato and bell pepper, or in Australia we call that capsicum. Also eggplant, and some countries call this aubergine. And last is the potato. Now this is not the sweet potato. The sweet potato is actually not a potato. The sweet potato is a yam. I'm referring to the English potato or the Irish potato. This is the nightshade group of vegetables, and for some people they have an acid effect, and for some people they have an alkaline effect. Let me tell you what I have found with me. My mother died at 51, a cripple in a wheelchair with rheumatoid arthritis. I have strong inherited genes to that way. And my body says to me, a little tomato now and then. My body says to me, don't even touch the bell pepper. What happens if I touch it? Oh, it repeats on me all afternoon and my energy just goes. So I say, I'm hearing your body and I don't eat it. The eggplant, I have a little eggplant now and then, maybe twice a month. Potato, my husband's an Irishman. Potatoes must be in every main meal, so I have it probably most days. That's what my body tells me. I don't know what your body will tell you. Now, I could have 10 professors in front of me saying, this is ridiculous, Barbara. The bell pepper is a very good vegetable. It is high in antioxidants and vitamin C's. You should be eating it. Who am I going to listen to? I've got to live in this body. That's why the fine-tuning is yours. No man on the planet can tell you the fine-tuning. Only your body can. We had one lady who conquered her arthritis. Isn't that good news? Yeah. She conquered her arthritis by stopping the nightshades. It appears if you have an inflammatory condition in the body, the nightshades will feed that inflammation. She conquered her arthritis. She was in her 70s. Even her swollen joints came down. Isn't that good news? She said to me, "Do you think I could start eating that now?" I said, "You could try. Your body will quickly tell you." She told me later that her body lets her have half a tomato every second day. Her body does not let her have the bell pepper. Her body lets her have a little eggplant now and then, and she has potato a couple of times a week. She said, "My body's happy with that." One lady said to me, "I can have the green bell pepper but not the red." Another lady said, "Well, I can have the red and not the green." Another lady said, "I can have the raw and not the cooked." And another lady said, "Well, I can have the cooked and not the raw." I find that my body's very happy with cayenne pepper, and yet that's from the capsicum of the bell pepper family. I think perhaps the medicinal properties of the cayenne pepper maybe far outweigh for me the reaction. So the choice is yours, the question mark's there. If you love this food, if you have no reaction and no arthritis, enjoy.
Green leafy vegetables are essential for health and longevity. Rich in vitamins A, C and K, as well as folate, iron and calcium, they support various bodily functions. Vitamin A maintains vision and immune function, while vitamin C boosts the immune system and helps in the absorption of iron. Vitamin K is crucial for blood clotting and bone health. The high fibre content in green leafy vegetables aids digestion and promotes a healthy gut. Fibre helps regulate blood sugar levels, reducing the risk of diabetes. Additionally, these vegetables are low in calories but high in essential nutrients, making them ideal for weight management. Antioxidants found in green leafy vegetables, such as beta-carotene and lutein, protect the body from oxidative stress and inflammation. This reduces the risk of chronic diseases, including heart disease and cancer. The folate in these vegetables is vital for DNA repair and synthesis, contributing to cellular health and longevity.
When you cook the tomato with an oil, and I think you'll agree with me, olive oil and tomatoes go very nice. They almost hand in hand together. And you look at Lebanese food, Italian food, there's a lot of tomato and olive oil cooking. When it's cooked with an oil, it releases a plant chemical called lycopene. Lycopene is from the fat-soluble family, and that's another reason why we should be eating a little oil with our meals, because it helps release the fat-soluble vitamins. Lycopene is a potent antioxidant, and it has the ability to reduce the inflammation of the prostate gland, so that's good news, isn't it? So every man over the age of 40 should be having a cooked tomato and olive oil dish maybe 3 or 4 times a week. That's not hard. Lovely base for your chickpeas, your tomatoes, it is tomatoes. For your, in fact, isn't that Mexican, your kidney beans to have with your tacos, or your tacos, I think you call them.
Longevity is often associated with dietary habits that include foods rich in antioxidants like lycopene. As mentioned, lycopene, found in cooked tomatoes with olive oil, acts as a powerful antioxidant, helping to combat oxidative stress and inflammation. These benefits extend beyond just prostate health. They contribute to overall longevity and well-being. Incorporating dishes like tomato and olive oil combinations into regular meals not only enhances flavour, but also supports health in various ways. It's a simple dietary adjustment that can potentially offer long-term health benefits, making it a practical choice for individuals looking to improve their longevity through nutrition.
When it comes to food, Barbara, you mentioned the simple food. What about, I hear this a lot about the food combinations. Ellen White says in one of her books, especially if you have feeble stomach, don't mix fruits and vegetables together. What are your thoughts on that? Just because we don't have a feeble stomach, should we be mixing fruits and vegetables together, or how should we combine food? Because I've heard this from church members as well, that, well, Ellen White said, if you have a feeble stomach, so I don't have a feeble stomach, I should not worry about that.
Well, if you don't have a feeble stomach and you keep combining the fruits and vegetables, it soon will be feeble. Why? Why? Let me tell you why. Fruit is very high in sugar, it's high in fibre, and it's low in minerals, whereas the vegetables are high in fibre, they're high in minerals and low in sugars. And so they don't mix very well together in the stomach. Now, there is a class of fruit that is what we call the savoury fruit. So even though they've got the classification of fruit, which is the seed in the article, they are savoury fruits. So we look at them that they can go either way. So that's the tomato, the avocado, the lemon, the eggplant, zucchini, cucumber, squash, or pumpkin and aubergine. And so that class of vegetables really can go either way. Now, it's not the odd day you do it or the odd day you don't. It's really what you do every day that determines it. So sometimes after a main meal, we'll have an apple pie, my husband's favourite, after a vegetable meal. But that doesn't happen every day. In fact, I'm travelling at the moment. It's not happening at all at the moment. So it's not the odd day you might mix a few together, but it's basically what you do every day that determines it.
You mentioned apple pie, Barbara. It just reminded me of cinnamon. Do you recommend using spices, or we should not be using spices, only herbs? How do you differentiate between those?
That's right. So now we have to determine what is a spice. A spice is an irritant. So what are the irritants? Mustard is an irritant. Black pepper certainly is an irritant, and they should never be taken. Personally, I don't use cinnamon, but if someone makes a baked rice pudding and puts a half a teaspoon of cinnamon in it and 10 people are going to eat that pudding, to me that's not a big deal. But to take a teaspoon of cinnamon, that gets to the point of irritation. So what I use instead of cinnamon now is coriander, and that gives a very nice flavour.
Okay, that's true. So what about black pepper? I've heard that it enhances turmeric's benefits for the body. Is that true? Should we be taking black pepper with turmeric?
It is true, and so I wanted to know why. The Proverbs 14 verse 6 says, knowledge is easy to him that understands. We need to know why. Why does it enhance it? It's because it contains a plant chemical called pepperine. Well, cayenne pepper contains pepperine too.
Okay.
So and yet I don't use black pepper because it is an irritant. And I was also reading in an agricultural magazine that every single peppercorn they tested, dried peppercorn, had fungus in it. So it seems that the black pepper develops fungus very easy as it's drying.
Thank you for joining me today as we discussed how you can unlock longevity with a plant-based diet. I hope you found this information both enlightening and practical for your health journey. If you have any questions or need more details, feel free to ask in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more health insights, and check out our other videos for even more tips on living a vibrant and healthy life.